News 4 San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
It's what we do. Good morning. Nonstop news starts right now. We are the only station in town commercial free for the next 15 minutes.
We're looking out for you. We have everything you need to know before you head out the door on your Wednesday. Vanessa has a look at your morning commute. Siobhan has your News 4 Quickcast weather.
I sure do. We are on our Wednesday already. It's time to start looking towards the weekend. It's going to be a nice day today. A little bit colder than yesterday, though. We're starting out with some temperatures in the 30s across the area. Sun's just beginning to come up. Beautiful shot of the downtown area. We are going to look at right now temperature 37 degrees outside, 28 in Rock Springs, and 30s across most of our area. So it is a little chilly if you're getting ready to walk out the door. Today, though, we're getting up to about 58 degrees with plenty of sunshine, and it should be an absolutely beautiful afternoon.
Now let's hand it on over to Vanessa. Vanessa, any slowdowns on our Wednesday morning?
I'm seeing a couple areas kind of come and go with congestion, but I am seeing an accident, and that's causing a little slowing. So this is going to be on the northeast side, 1604 in the northbound direction at FM 78. You're seeing that slowing is all the way backed up to I-10. So right now in yellow, so that doesn't mean speeds are too slow, but probably will progress. So you can always take I-10 235 if you do still need to head in that direction. And if it does, the congestion begin to pick up. But I'll let you know if that happens with on-time traffic.
Well, this morning we have a first look at the planning behind the upcoming inauguration of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris amid a pandemic. And the committee has released a clear statement asking Americans to stay home. A lot of people typically travel to the event, but they're trying to achieve this very difficult balance of keeping with traditions while also maintaining public safety. So Biden will be sworn in on the west side of the Capitol, and here we see the inaugural stage, the construction of that already underway, and he will be delivering an address there. But of course, the crowd will be much smaller. They have not released exact details on the number, and the parade will be reimagined. They'll likely be including people from across the country in some sort of a digital way. And also San Antonio's Dixie Flags will be providing the flags that will be draped from the Capitol for the inauguration. It's the latest from the live desk. I'm Ashley Sutton.
Ashley, thank you. It's 6:41, and this morning we have a coronavirus update for you. We want to start off with a pretty big health concern to our area hospitals. They're starting to fill up with COVID-19 patients at a rate that's alarming to Mayor Nurnberg. Here's what he had to say about it.
The hospital numbers are up across the board, folks, and that's a concern for everyone. We're at a very precarious point right now, and we need everyone to be very diligent about the safety protocols.
You heard him. Hospitalizations are up in Bexar County. Within a 24-hour period, there were 120 new COVID-19 related hospital admissions. And all those new admissions bring the COVID patient capacity up to 800 across our area hospitals, with 270 people in the ICU and 134 people on ventilators right now. When it comes to availability, 59% of ventilators are available, 10% of beds are left.
So here are the latest COVID numbers. It's a huge increase. 1,359 new confirmed cases. It was 599 yesterday. 7-day average, 943. Unfortunately, there are 6 new deaths to report this morning, which means the local death toll now in Bexar County stands at 1,435. The big news in the area is about COVID testing. How about this news? The city is launching an app to make it easier for you to find the nearest testing site where you are in the city. News 4's Robin Aguirre is live. She's got details, including when it launches. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, guys. The great thing about this app is that it tells you everything you need to know about the COVID testing sites near you, and starting today, you'll be able to download it. There is going to be a launch event for the app via Zoom around 1 this afternoon. It was created by the same local tech company that made the city's 311 app. It will include wait times at those testing sites and other resources that those sites provide. The idea for the app was that of councilwomen Adriana Rocha Garcia and Anna Sandoval.
I pitched the idea to the city manager and he loved it. I pitched it to the mayor and he was all in as well. So I was happy that we were able to try to get something going as soon as possible. I also think that it could be repurposed once we have a vaccine for COVID, and people can just go in and look and see where they can get a vaccine.
And And good news, the app is free. It doesn't cost anything, and that app will be updated as changes are made to those COVID testing sites. And we'll be able to tell you more about where you can download that app later today. Live at the Medical Center, I'm Robin Oginye. David.
Robin, thank you. Vaccination efforts are ramping up today at UT Health. Plan here is to vaccinate 1,000 frontline workers today. They'll keep doing that until that first batch of vaccine runs out. They got a little bit left. It starts today at 9 a.m. The first shipment, by the way, had 6,000 doses. Again, they're going to do it 1,000 doses a day until it runs out. It's a 2-shot cocktail. So folks who got their shots yesterday will need to get their second shot on January 5th. The chief medical officer at UT Health says the goal is to have the entire frontline staff vaccinated by mid-January.
And happening today, a whole wave of veterans will get vaccinated. The South Texas Veterans Healthcare System will administer the first vaccines. They were one of the first VA sites to get the initial doses. This is happening at 9 this morning. The vaccines will be administered to a healthcare provider and then a veteran who lives in one of the long-term care facilities. And then after that pair gets vaccinated, the rest of the system's healthcare personnel and other veterans will get vaccinated.
About 15 minutes now before 7 a.m. Happening now, Clinical Trials of Texas has rolled out a new Pfizer vaccine trial for teenagers. Here's the deal. They're looking for teens between the ages of 12 and 15 to participate. What do you say, parents? You let your kids do this? The trial started a couple of weeks ago. You'll get 2 shots, they say. Doctors say the goal is to get as much information as possible on how the immune system of younger folks responds to it.
Data so they can then go to FDA for approval at a younger age group. That's a big concern now. Obviously, we're seeing a rise in our younger population. I've been very impressed by the young men and women that have come in to help us out with this. They're excited about being able to do something, contribute to the welfare of people around the world, too.
So the good news is no issues so far with that trial. And even though it seems like we're on the right path out of the pandemic, we're talking about vaccines and all of this, the mayor had a very sobering reminder last night during the nightly COVID briefing.
Keep in mind, the vaccine is not a cure. There's a long wait for us to get the number of vaccines available that we can start vaccinating people in the general public, and it does no good if you have COVID-19.
So between COVID-19 precautions and holiday shopping, we have some scam alerts and some scams you need to be aware of this morning. The BBB says these are pretty big. Scammers are going to call you or hit you up online, offering to help you find items like the PlayStation 5 and sometimes even pets. They ask for upfront payments. And then they just steal your money and they don't deliver whatever you wanted. Also, be careful when you're shopping on your favorite websites like Amazon, because scammers are now posing you phony notices, trying to trick you into handing over your personal information. And now that a vaccine is out and available, scammers are also promising people access and earlier access to the vaccine. In the end, it's a ripoff. You won't get it. Remember this.
You're not going to be getting any vaccine shipped to your house before hospitals get in, before first responders, before assisted living.
Overall, health and safety experts say be careful. With so many of us online all the time, this is ramping up. So if you get any suspicious messages or phone calls asking for personal information, do not respond. Hang up, delete the message, and contact the company directly.
News 4 is your education station. We got big news for folks who live out in Bernie. If your child goes to a school in that district or if you work out there, the district has added a couple of student holidays and their teacher work days. This is for next spring. There are 4 holidays and teacher work days added. January 6th will now be a student holiday. It's what's called a teacher professional development day, so teachers will not have the day off. January 7th, February 12th, March 5th, student holidays, teacher work days. Christmas break, by the way, is going to start this Friday. It ends now January 8th for students. Classes resume either online or in person on January 11th. You can see all of that on the district calendar, BernieISD.net.
And some good news if you're a student in La Pryor ISD, but if you're a parent there, you might need to juggle some things around with childcare. Here's why. Friday, December 18th is an early release, so the bells are ringing at 12:30. Your kiddos have to come home. Doesn't stop there. They now have extended their Christmas break to 3 weeks. This is all to help reduce the spread of the coronavirus. Beginning Monday, December 21st, all the way till January 8th. Then the classes finally resume again on January 11th, either in person or online.
Well, while you were asleep in San Antonio, we've been keeping an eye on everything that happened in our area overnight. This morning, a man is in critical condition after crashing his vehicle into a tanker truck. This all happened on the south side. Police tell us that man was speeding. He slammed into the 18-wheeler. The driver of the 18-wheeler was not injured, but both sides of the road were shut down while they removed those vehicles.
And the sheriff's department says a driver hit and killed a man in northeast Bexar County and then sped off. It happened at 9:45 last night along Winsford near Montgomery. They don't know who hit him, but deputies are talking to someone who witnessed it to see if they can get a better description of the vehicle, which will likely have damage to the front end.
All right, time for your morning rundown. We have some great stories coming up. We're going to start off with a woman who made history last night. This is Tara Vanderveer. She is the head coach of Stanford's women's basketball team, and last night they beat the University of Pacific. That's newsworthy because that win was her 1,099th coaching win. That's the most ever in Division I history for women's basketball.
And here's something new for the Duchess of Sussex. Meghan Markle is investing in an oat milk startup. She invested in Clever Brands to support a female entrepreneur and a brand that uses ethical ingredients and a holistic approach to wellness.
Okay, if your home is currently being invaded by the elves on the shelves, listen up. A few elves that were inside of a home in Kansas thought it would be funny to hide inside an oven. Well, it turns out the family there left accidentally the oven on overnight.
Oh,
the elves
no.
didn't know that. So they climbed out eventually. There was some accidents. We decided we're not going to show you the aftermath of what happened. However, San Antonio, this is a cautionary tale for parents to always keep an eye out for those elves. And elves, if you're watching, A, thank you for watching News 4. We're your station. And B, maybe stick to the, hanging out on the shelves. I don't know why you guys are laughing.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Siobhan Anders.
We're always looking for new viewers.
I agree.
Right?
I'll take any of them.
And
Elves,
you don't want to be
dogs,
hiding
whoever.
in places. We told those little guys a long time ago, don't be getting into our cabinets and stuff.
No,
That's not cool.
But they're sneaky.
They're
always
they
paying
are.
attention. Got to
Yes.
be paying attention because you never know where they're going to be. So outside this morning, we are looking at that sun starting to rise, and it is turning out to be a beautiful morning. Going to be a pretty day. We have nice clear blue skies, but it's a little chilly. When you walk out that door, you're definitely going to feel it. And okay, it's mountain cedar time. My eyes are itching today, and because of the cold front that rolled through yesterday evening, definitely going to see this number going up. Right now, this was yesterday's number, but just get ready. Start taking your meds if you definitely have issues with mountain cedar. Clouds and radar, well, we have mostly clear skies. Most of the cloud cover is